All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rekapadash Bakatham. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and a salute and a Shalom to all the Akim that are out here representing this truth in all sincerity and in truth. I'm not sure of the title of this lesson yet, but this is the brother Gabar Awar. And this is his YouTube. And the video I'm responding to was a lesson he did 3 hours ago, titled "The Aggressor Will Play the Victim." The aggressor will play the victim. All right, man. And Esau always plays the victim, man. Esau always plays the victim when he has to pay for something he's done. All right. So I'm gonna continue letting this play. I stopped it at 1 minute and 56 seconds. Let's get it. Yeah, and subscribe and be edified to this brother's channel. GMS Gabar Awar. Let's get it.
Understand that this is the accuser of our brethren. Okay, so Esau Edom is set up to blame. All right, he's set up to blame, he's set up to accuse, and he's been given the earth and the information within it to do so according to his agenda, which immediately makes me think about, real quick, Psalms 37 and I believe 32. Let me see what this says real quick. This is Psalms 37 and 32. The wicked watcheth the righteous. Now, are there portions of Jake 2/3 that are bugged out? The perfect, fall guy? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And another thing, when it comes to the blame game, what Esau Edom likes to do is he likes to paint a broad brush over Jacob. Okay? Meaning, when there is a problem or an isolated incident, he likes to paint that as the narrative that nation is, operating in. And this is just the same thing that Nero did during the great fires of Rome, where he blamed a great fire on the Israelites that identified as Christians. And I found it funny, this Jake first name is Christian. Now, don't know much about this story, but Esau Edom does use the same playbook. Predictive programming, they show you it in movies, it's gradualism. So they're creating a boogeyman, and they're giving the boogeyman more room to stretch his legs, if you will. Because see what Esau Edom has done, all right, by slandering his own mother's son. Let me grab that too. Psalms 37 and 32, the wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. So as he's he's shown you in movies, he's shown you predictive programming, and he's basically building up the case so when he does bring the charge, the general public of people are not going to bat an eye at it.
Right.
Okay, so real quick, I believe that's Psalms,
Because remember who played the victim in the book of Genesis. Who played the victim? Cain played the victim. See? Genesis 4 and I'll start at 1. And Adam knew Eve his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain and said, I have gotten a man from Yahweh. It says, now Adam had, it kind of says, now Adam had, it says Adam had sexual relations with his wife, Eve, and she became pregnant And she gave birth to Cain and said, with Yahweh's help, I have produced a man. Right? It says, and she bare again his brother Abel. And Abel was the keeper of the sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto Yahweh. And Cain, it's like it says, and Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and the fat thereof. And Yahweh had respect unto Abel's, says unto Abel, to his sacrifice. But unto Cain and to his offering, he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. Right, man, because Cain didn't bring the right sacrifice. He didn't bring the right offering. It says, and Yahweh said unto Cain, why art thou wroth, and why is thy countenance fallen? If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. Right? It says, God says, will you be accepted if you do right? God says, you will be accepted if you do right. But if you refuse to do what is right, then watch out. Sin is crouching at the door, eager to control you, but you must subdue it, and God says, it be his master. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him. See, man? So, in the field, right? Now, one day, Abel and Cain was in the field, right? Abel is minding his business, doing what he's doing, right? So, Cain rose up against him and slew him. He killed him. It says, and Yahweh said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? All right, man. Now being your brother's keeper means this. My brother's keeper meaning. It says my brother's keeper means you are responsible for looking out for protecting and caring for others, especially your family, community, and fellow human beings. Stemming from the biblical story where Cain denies responsibility for his murdered brother Abel. Today, it signifies a moral obligation to show compassion, offer support, and help guide others rather than neglecting them or being indifferent to their well-being. All right, man? So Cain basically tried to escape accountability for murdering his brother Abel. All right, man, he tried to escape all responsibility and accountability for it, man. Because he said, what, man, am I my brother's keeper? So Cain basically said, hey, I don't know where he is, but he's not my responsibility. And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood says, the voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now thou art cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. And Cain said unto Yahweh, my punishment is greater than I can bear. All right, man. So Cain felt he shouldn't have been punished for what he did. Now, Abel and Cain came back as all right. Now, Abel and Cain came back as Jacob and Esau. All right, man. So Abel is Jacob and Cain is Esau. See? And so, all right. So Esau sold Jacob his birthright, right? And Jacob also got the blessing, right? And after that, Esau came back from the field, right? Came back from hunting for a game for his father Isaac, that he later found out that the blessing was given unto Jacob. And Esau said, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Right? Plus Esau cried. Mind you, he didn't tell his father Isaac what he did with the birthright. He didn't say nothing about that. He didn't say nothing about Esau never said anything to his father Isaac about the birthright. All right, man. So Esau played victim, man. Cain played victim in the field, then came back as Esau and played victim all over again, man. Play victim. Like he didn't know, like he's not responsible for what he just did. Really?
Is that 51? Psalms 50, excuse me. Let's go to Psalms 50 real quick and let me go back. Hopefully okay, so we're live. Let me just see if I guess I could quote it. I've never seen my phone do this. Let's go to Psalms 50. And where is it? 16. Yep. Okay, so right down here, this is Psalms 50 and 20. This is speaking about Esau. Psalms 50 and 19. Thou giveth thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit.
See?
So when I seen this, my first initial reaction was,
Yep.
The Babylonian Department of Justice, which Babylon possesses no form of justice, even though they have a superficial place for justice, meaning it's just above the surface.
Right.
It says announced Friday that Edom had foiled a Is inspired terror. So now the face is not Ishmael. The face of terror is now Jake.
Yep.
It says attack for New Year's, and is Christian. He was 18, blah, 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 blah. Okay? So you gotta look at these things and start putting the pieces together. All right? So if he's gonna start categorizing Jake as the face of terror,
Yep.
then you have to understand that means that there's going to be some form of terror, which the scriptures also say, if there be evil in the city, has the Lord not done it?
Yep.
But Esau, Edom is the Lord's sword. So
Yep.
these are signs letting you know the Lord is about to commence the trouble that is prophesied for Jake, and he's using Edom to usher it in.
Yep.
So if you're starting to see a track record of accusations, then that means that we should be expecting something that the general public of people are not going to expect, and at that,
Con.
a certain group of people are going to be blamed for it.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
So it says, "Thou sittest and speakest against thy." Verse 19, thou giveth thy mouth to evil, and thy, what's that, Psalm 64, and thy tongue frameth deceit. So when
Yep.
he's moving his mouth, you need to look at that and figure out which words or which story, he's lying about, okay? Esau, Edom is a natural liar, all right?
Yep.
It
Yep.
says, let me get it, Psalms 58, I got to get
Yep.
this. Okay, let's go to Psalms 58. I wanted to go into Ezekiel, but I can only give you what's given to me. Psalms 58. Watch this. This is Psalms 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. He is the father of lies.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
And it's funny, it's rumored that Nero claimed when the fire took place in Rome, he was somewhere far, far off in the distance playing the lyre, which the lyre is a tool or an instrument as well. But it's quite fitting for a liar to play the lyre. Okay, just like why did Amalek not go into the building on 911? Put it together. This is also going to bring in the famine of the word, man.
Yep.
Okay, with Esau, Edom doing the blame game, pushing it, he has to control the narrative too. He can't have us out here being the opposition, you know? Because when you look at it, if, it says there's a little righteousness, so if you bring in a little bit of truth, that's going to plant the seed for people to question it. So he
Yep.
needs to completely cancel out the truthers. Okay, why would a liar want the truth around?
All right, man. Because, all right, man, it says this. This is Revelation 12 and 10. It says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. All right, man. So the accuser is now blaming who, man? Now the accuser, Esau Edom, is now blaming Jacob. The blame game, man. The blame game. All right, man. So we will be numbered amongst the transgressors, man. We will be numbered amongst the transgressors. Just like our Lord Yahushua was. He was numbered amongst the transgressors. Isaiah 53. Isaiah 53 and 12, it says, therefore will I divide him a portion with the great, and he shall divide the spoil with the strong, because he hath poured out his soul unto death, and he was numbered amongst the transgressors. He bare the sins of many, and made intercession for transgressors. All right, man. So we're going to be blamed. That's a part of the persecution, man. That's a part of the condition of the battle, man. So, Jake, man, prepare to be lied on. Prepare to be accused of something you didn't do. It's going to happen. All right, man. All right. All right. All right, Jake, man. But just know that Yahweh Shemal Shah is controlling all of it. All right, man. Because hold on. Hold on, what's that? Yeah, Jeremiah. Let's get Jeremiah. Jeremiah 49. And is it 10? Nope. Jeremiah 49 and 12. It says, "For thus saith Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?" It says this, "Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it." All right, man. So every single Edomite, man, every single Edomite will pay for what they've done, man. Starting with the elite, man. Starting with the elite banking families, they will pay for what they've done, man. Starting with them, and every single Edomite, man, will pay for what they've done, man. So Esau, you can blame us for whatever you want, man. You still going into slavery at the end of the day, man. You're still going into slavery, man. And you will still be destroyed, man. So Esau blaming us is not going to get you out of punishment, man. You still gonna pay for what you've done, man. Bottom line, you still gonna pay for what you've done, Esau. So you can blame us all you want. So what? Blame us, man. You still going into slavery, no matter what.
He has no power in truth. He has power in lies.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it says that, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sitteth and speaketh against thy brother.
Yep.
Thou slandereth thy own mother's son. And why does it say that? Because it was Jacob and Esau. Okay, Jacob and Esau. Who were their parents? Isaac and Rebekah.
Yep.
Okay, so who came out of the loins of Isaac? Jacob and Esau. So they have the same mother and father, but they're two different nations. All
right, man. And the scripture says what, man? And the scripture says this, man. It says, "Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor," man. Right? It says that, right? But here go Esau bearing false witness. Hold on. Slander with thy own mother's son. This is Proverbs. No, Sociologically, this is Psalms 31 and 18. It says, "Let the lying lips be put to silence, which speak grievous things proudly, and contemptuously against the righteous." See, man? This is what Esau is doing. Man, so this is what Esau is doing. Man. He's lying, but his lying lips would be put to silence. All right, man. They're speaking grievous things proudly. See, man? But it says this, though. This is what, Psalms 37? Psalms 37, it says this. See if I can find it. Yep. This is Psalms 37 and 12. It says, "The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth." All right, man? So with all the blaming that Esau is doing, all right, man, so with all the blaming that Esau is doing, man, he's plotting against us. He's plotting against the godly. He's plotting against the just. And the just are the Israelites. He's plotting against us, man. Right, man? And he's gnashing upon us, with his teeth. It says this, "Yahweh Shemal shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming." It says, "But Yahweh Shemal Shah says, it says, but Yahweh Shemal Shah just laughs, for he sees their day of judgment coming. See, man?
Okay? That's what it tells you in Genesis, the 25th chapter. It's a very easy read and it's very simple. All right? So you're dealing with a man that is a slanderer,
Yep.
that is an accuser. And I also found it very comical because he's using the same playbook. I took a screenshot. Look what some people even put, though. No one believes this crap anymore. You see it inspired. Cash Patel definitely made this one. Look. So people are awake. It says, it also says that.
See, man? See, man? See, man? So people are not falling for the bullshit no more, man. The people are not falling for Esau's lies no more, man. Now the people are seeing that Esau, he's a liar, man. They're seeing it, man. They're seeing it, man. They're seeing that this devil is a fucking liar, man. All he does is lie. He can't tell the truth about nothing. Look at this, man. This is beautiful. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemal Shah, man. Come on now. This is beautiful, man. This is beautiful.
Knowledge shall be increased. It also says his tongue shall fall upon him. So people are waking up to this. But the biggest thing you have to understand is that doesn't matter.
Right.
Esau is not set up in the spirit to when he gets caught, he stops.
Right.
No, you have to put him down. Okay? You actually have to stop him. But right now, he's given this power, this position, and this authority to bring in these in particular situations so that ultimately prophecy can be fulfilled. But you that know this have to be aware of it so you're not shaken when this time comes to you. Okay? Verse 21, these things hast thou done, and I kept silent. So for a quarter.
All right, man. Because, all right, man, Esau has a victim mentality, man. He has a victim mentality, man. And that is this. A victim mentality, a mindset where someone feels powerless, constantly wronged, or believes bad things happen to them rather than acknowledging their own role or control. See, man? So Esau loves to blame everyone else. He loves to blame everyone else. He loves to point the finger at everybody else instead of acknowledging the shit he's done. See? It says key characteristics, blame, attributing problems solely to external factors like other people or circumstances, never oneself, lack of control, feeling helpless and believing you have no power to change situations, pessimism, expecting negative outcomes and focusing on what's wrong, right? All right, man. So Esau refused to take responsibility. He refuses to take accountability for what he's done. He done, man. But when a random Jake commits what? A felony, right? Esau expects Jake all right, man. Esau expects that Jake to take responsibility for what he's done. Done, man. But Esau refuses to take responsibility for the shit he's done. That is hypocrisy, man. That is hypocrisy, man. That is hypocrisy. Like, how the hell is you like, how the fuck is you Going to tell someone to take responsibility for what they've done, but you refuse to do it.
According to the eyes of man, which we are trapped in this in particular corruptible flesh, it does feel like a long time. And I believe Esau even stated that he declared when he was expanding his rulership in what you know as America. This is why they coined it the manifest destiny, because they stated that God was giving them the authority, which was true.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
because it says the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
Yeah.
And giveth it to whomsoever he will.
Yeah, because it says this in the book of Job. Job 9:24. It says this. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right? I mean, and the wicked is who? Let's get Malachi 1:4. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh Shemashai of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh Shemashai hath indignation forever. All right, man. And the scriptures, all right, man, and the scriptures already say that Esau, Edom will go into slavery and will be erased from the earth, man. Esau, Edom will be erased from the earth, man. Because it says this, like the death adder that stopped with her ear. Yep, it say, this is Psalms 58:4. It says the poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the death adder. It says they are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear, right? Which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. See, it says they spit venom like deadly snakes. They are like cobras that refuse to listen. Ignoring the tunes of the snake charmers, no matter how skillfully they play. See?
And setteth up over it the basis of men.
Yep.
So the base man is in power. The base man is ruling. And the base man is so dumb, but he carries himself as he's wise, but he's so dumb that he has no problem using the same playbook, and this is why pride has deceived him. Okay, his neck is hardened. He is in the spirit of the like the Egyptian Pharaoh following us into the waters, man. So Esau, Edom, is hell bent on this in particular lot that he was created for. This is why he's also called a dishonorable vessel. He has no problem lying to your face. He has no problem lying completely to your face. It says, these things hast thou done, and I kept silent, though thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself.
Yep.
But I will reprove thee and set them, us, the Israelites, in order before thy eyes. So this is the turning point.
Yep.
Okay, this is the point of the movie we're in. All right, where the two main characters are going to finally be in the same room.
Yep.
Okay, so Esau is showing his hand. You have to look at that exactly like this. Okay, now he's using Jake. You see, it's all a psyop, man.
Yep.
And let me see, I didn't even get that offender of the word, did I? Good. The Wadi Abba Shemal Shai. Let's go to Isaiah 29, and we're going to start at verse 20. Okay, it's Isaiah 29 and 20. It says, for the terrible one is brought to naught. So you have to maintain, because the minds of the masses have been given into the lies of the enemy.
Yep.
The minds of the masses is completely given over to Edom. It's to where these people's minds are like Play-Doh in this wicked puppet's hands. And you have to accept that. Okay, you have to accept the fact that people are going to be victims to his propaganda machine, like they have done in the past and like they're going to do in the future. It's just now going to be directed at you. You now are going to be now labeled the face of terror by the terrorists. Isn't that funny?
Yep.
And the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off, that make a man an offender for the word. So here it is. You know, the Lord had a controversy with us in our land for because there was no truth, nor mercy, or nor knowledge. So the Lord is pleased with us standing up, in the midst of wickedness and declaring the Lord's righteous doings, all right, and condemning abominations. But now the time that we're in is you will be looked at as an offender for standing up for righteousness. This is why it says, woe to him that call evil good, man.
Yep.
This is why this guy's getting ready to be judged. Okay. And it was really heavy in my spirit. I was thinking, I'm like, man, this world is so gone that people are not considering that the judgment of the Lord is still going out. It's like he has been able to deceive these people so much, like it says in Rev 20, he's been able to deceive them so much that now they look at the Bible as, just an old book that was trending in the past. And that's actually the plans of the elite. Do you know that the Bible, the Christian values and views is literally considered the old world order, that they're phased out? So we're in the next phase, man.
Yeah.
And the next phase is a new way of ruling. Okay, so he's getting ready. It says that make a man, because another thing, it said great fear fell upon them when they saw us in Revelations 11. So what do you think that means? Okay, if great fear fell upon them, we now are in a time they know they have a short time, so they.
All right. Okay, man. So with that, I say shalom.